Part 2, Embracing Passion. In this segment, we will explore how our passion and interests are the fuel for creativity and innovation, propelling us towards purposeful endeavors. Why embracing passion matters. Let's just say that passion is the driving force behind creativity and innovation. It's the secret ingredient that can turn the mundane into the extraordinary. When we do what we truly love and enjoy, motivation and energy become natural companions, helping us to navigate the most challenging and overwhelming obstacles with grace and enthusiasm. A beautiful process that places us in the flow state, as embracing our passions allows us to step into the coveted flow state. In this realm, we are not only connected with our higher self, but also tapping into the cosmic realm of infinite possibilities. It's a state where we are effortlessly fused with the creative source within us, and our inner child regains his voice in the orchestra of our imagination. Becoming the creator. In the flow state, we become creators of our reality, painting our life's canvas with the colors of our deepest passions and interests. We'll notice that our creation take on a life of their own, and our connection to the source within intensifies. Practices for embracing passion. For the first practice we have here is identify your passions. Reflect on what truly excites you, what makes your heart sing, and what you could lose yourself in for hours. List your passions and interests. Now, this is something that it becomes easy to become aware of or point out when we realize that as we are creating, we are lost in that flow state where we lose track of time, and we are just in the manifestation of that creation as we are allowing ourselves to flow with the effortless nature that it is when in this flow state. It is something that you can be tired all day from your daily routines and your responsibilities, and then you get home and you take care of whatever it is that you have to take care of, and within that time gap that you give yourself for your creativity, you start at the time that you told yourself you would, and before you know it, the time that you gave yourself is up, and you are willing to push yourself even further to continue in the process because you can't find yourself to stop, because you feel like you're just in this flow that allows you to create effortlessly, removing all the obstacles and removing all the block moments that most will have when not doing that which they are truly passionate about. That is when you know that you are doing that which you love, because you will find the time and you will have the energy to just do it, and it will just be effortless and natural in your doing it. And it's a creativity that actually enhances you as you realize that how you felt earlier in the day is nothing how you feel now when you are actually in the process of doing that very thing that you enjoy and love. For the next one we have is create space for passion. Dedicate time in your daily or weekly routine to engage with your passions, whether it's painting, playing music, writing, or any other pursuit. Make it a priority. Now, this is very crucial in the process of developing and cultivating creativity, because in order for us to truly cultivate creativity and learn to embrace that process so that we can expand on our creative abilities, we need to prioritize the necessity of it. We need to see that it brings value into our life, into our development, into our healing, into our process of stepping into our self-mastered version of self, because it is in the culmination of all of these things that we are learning throughout the course that we truly create the proper tools and practices and arsenal necessary to overcome and transcend all of what life is and what it brings into our experiences, so that we can truly solidify that intention in the practices of maintaining a consistent practice of dedicated time for creativity. Another practice is that of to connect with our inner child. Remember the activities you loved as a child. Revisit those interests, as they often hold the key to your genuine passion. So it's funny, when I reflected on this practice, I quickly remembered and resonated with the fact that I've been doing this for my entire life. When I was trying to find ways to express myself as a child and even as an adult, it was always involving words, right? I always loved painting. I always loved dancing. I love anything that's creative, honestly. I can do anything from painting to anything. Anything that is an expression of self, I am all for it. But words, for some reason, have always held this interest in me, enticement, that was inspired actually by my mother. She was always very good with her words, and she always made sure to make people feel heard and understood, as she was so good at articulating those feelings and validations that she was indeed hearing me when I would speak to her, and she would validate that back to me by her responding with just always the right words and the right things to say when I needed to hear it, which to this day I am completely grateful for having that in my life. And because of that, I was always inspired and motivated to have that same influence and impact on those around me. So I always found that words were something that not only empowered me, but allowed me to express and articulate my inner being to those that I want to express it to, while also listening to their unsaid words and feeding it back to them, so that through me and my empathy with them, they find their own word through their interaction with me, as it was something that my mom would normally do with me. So when you are able to tap into what is it that as a child you were easily interested in doing, you will realize that by going back to those things, there was a reason behind it. I used to love writing poetry. I used to like writing stories. And here I am, doing that, which I love, creating things that are obviously influenced by many words, whether it's writing a book or creating this presentation or articulating through the communication. These are all being fostered through the words that I am very expressive and very comfortable in doing. So, bringing me into the next practice of setting passion-driven goals. Align your personal and professional goals with your passion. Pursue endeavors that allow you to blend work and play, which once again is exactly what I'm doing here. I love and enjoy doing every single thing that I dedicate my life to doing. I have made sure that I have designed my life in accordance to what is it that makes me happy, what is it that I truly enjoy, and how can I blend both of those things into my professional and creative life, so that I am living a more balanced and fulfilled life in everything that I do. So if I don't like the way I feel in a work environment, for example, because I am not doing what I truly am passionate about or what I know I have the potential to do, and let's say I'm surrounded by people that, if not for that environment, I would never associate myself with, right then and there, I know that in order for me to honor that desire or that preference or that standard that I now maintain, I need to change that in my life. I need to recalibrate and design it in accordance to what actually makes me happy and what are the things that I truly enjoy, so that in my daily routine, while maintaining my responsibility and creativity, I am fostering the right design that allows me to do all of it all together simultaneously. I might have, in my work time, it might be a percentage of 50 or 60% work and 40% where I can do creative things in the process within that, or even 50-50. And when it comes to my creative endeavors, it is something that also enhances my profession, because it is actually expanding my creativity into something that I can create a profession from. So putting me in a position where I am fulfilled in all aspects of my life, because I have made sure to design my life with the passion-driven goals that I've created over time, to then now sit in this position to now only do more of that and see other ways that I can expand it even more, which is what I'm doing here today. Now, besides the benefits that I just disclosed, what are more benefits of embracing passion? The first one we have here is sustained motivation. Passion infuses us with long-lasting motivation, helping us overcome challenges and persist in the face of adversity. That means that basically when we are in the energy or in the position of creating through passion, it becomes easier to overcome challenges and persist through adversity, because we are doing it for something that we actually love and enjoy. So it becomes something worth fighting for, worth persisting and remaining motivated in the practice, because it is what truly fulfills us and motivates us to keep moving forward. And there's something about when we actually do what we love and enjoy, there's this level of sustained, not only motivation, but life within us. We come into life and feel alive in the making of anything that is influenced through our passions. So what would feel like work, doing something that we may not be passionate about, now feels effortless and like play. So that is one of the greatest reasons why embracing passion is so beneficial. Bringing us into the next one, which is increased creativity. As we follow our passions, our creativity blossoms. We'll discover innovative solutions to problems and develop unique insight. Now, I don't know about you guys, but because I've been maintaining myself in the energy of following the flow of my passion and remaining in the things that make me happy and make me feel fulfilled and satisfied with my daily life, no matter how it looks to the external world, I know that I am sitting in the energy of not only doing what I have to do to survive and thrive in the world, but I am doing also a lot of the things that I enjoy and love. And because I am in the energy constantly of doing that, it becomes easier for me to find solutions to problems that, have I been in the environment that I felt miserable and unhappy and unfulfilled with myself, I knew that I would not have the energy or the motivation or the creative ability to have a solution to certain problems that even till this day, sometimes I don't even know how I solve the issue or the problem. I just know that because I've had sitting in this energy for some time, whatever problems or obstacles or challenges may come about, the solution is always there, as if it was ready for me to need that solution, because in my energy flow of being creative, there's more than multiple ways that I can go about things. I just have to choose the way I decide, because my intention is to be in the flow of my passion, nothing else, right? All I want is a certain element of my life to be a certain way. So I am putting on my attention, I am putting on my focus, and I am dedicating so much time into maintaining that structure and that design. So therefore, anything that takes me off of that course becomes nearly impossible, because I am maintaining it with every anchor that I possibly can. Leading to the next one, which is greater fulfillment. Embracing your passion leads to a more fulfilling life. You're more likely to find purpose and joy in what you do, which is what I just explained that I've been doing. And realizing that, you realize that only you are responsible for the happiness in your life and for the feeling of fulfillment and purpose that you are experiencing, or lack of it. Because there's no one outside of you or nothing outside of you that can actually give you that. only you can find what fulfills you, because only you have your own individualized experience. So your responsibility in cultivating creativity and learning how to embrace your passions is the process of discovering what defines that for you. What brings you that fulfillment, and how can you design your life in accordance to what that is? Because unfortunately, we don't always know the value of finding our passion or stepping into the cultivation of our creativity, because we're not really taught of the benefits and how it influences and impacts the life that we actually get to experience. It is a very sad life to have to go each and every day without feeling fulfilled and satisfied, therefore lacking happiness. Lacking that fulfillment puts you in a state of numbness, a numbness that removes all sense of purpose and removes your sense of humanity. It becomes easier to numb ourselves of what is possible when we can't find what is it that we are truly seeking. And I feel it because I myself have been in that position in my life, which is why I am determined and dedicated into never placing myself ever again in that position, because I know how much it influences and impacts our life, and the drastic change that has occurred within me by me simply changing and rearranging and making these subtle but transformational changes in my life, which is why I am dedicating nearly my life to creating the formula and the system that's going to give not only myself, but those that I touch within the world. Because if that ripple effect does occur, we create more of an environment and a world that sees more of the light of what is possible, rather than the darkness and the sadness that we have been living in. In conclusion, in part 2 of Unleashing Creativity, we've explored the significance of embracing our passions and interests, learning how to follow our passions and unlock the powerful sources of creativity and innovation, becoming the creators of our life's masterpiece as we connect with our higher self and the boundless cosmos of possibilities. Embracing our inner child's voice allows our passions to guide us towards meaningful endeavors. As we embark on this journey, we'll find that passion is the magic elixir that propels our self-mastery and personal growth.